A timer ran out so quick. Honestly, I cannot even lie to you. I was not ready. I was trying to get that damn background up. But how are you doing, chat? I hope you're having a good day and an even better day now that your boy's here, because I've been gone. I've been gone for the last week. Unfortunately, we had some altercation. A lot has changed. I've been working tirelessly. Big word for me. To just get this fucking bitch up on the road, because I have been wanting to have my room back. I've been wanting to have the OG space back like I did back in the day. I'm trying to fix all this fucking shit, but Windows 11 don't want to act right. I wanted to have everything like I did before. So I kind of moved a few things around. I've kind of moved and settled in the last couple of days. In the last week, I needed a little bit of rest. I will say the end of the day is, if you about to get so angry, you about to punch a wall, you got to lock in and say, fuck it, we ball. Because right now, bro, moving in with family, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe, because I've been kind of just in my own vibe for like the last year. So it's a different vibe being back with family. It's an interesting thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not anything that I don't want. It's just different. For the last year, I've just been on my own, fucking off, just absolutely degenerate behavior for the last year. And I'm not gonna lie, I do miss it time to time. I do miss it. It is a different, beautiful thing I think everybody should go through, because it is a very learning moment on, hey, what do you really like? What do you like to do? Do you have hobbies outside of like just staying home and jerking off 4 times a day? When you're peaking at 3 beats a day, it's a problem. But I think at the end of the day, I think everybody needs to just be on their own, be in their own little vibe, in their own little bubble. As somebody once told me, who gives a fuck if you're in a bubble? It's your fucking bubble. Like, whatever you like to do it on your own. Like, it doesn't need to have somebody else's opinion in there. That's just the honest summary on the last year I spent by myself. And the whole computer shit is moving because my carpet is not keeping my table stable. I'm adding that to the bit. I don't know how, but I'm going to still add it somewhere in my bit. Because I'm going to be at Quinless tonight at 10 p.m. tonight, bro. It's fucking Thanksgiving tomorrow. We have to be very thankful. But look, chat. I need to get this out of me. I need to get this bullshit out of me. I need to clean the pipes. I need to drain the swamp. So I'm going to be at Quinless tonight at 10 p.m. and doing the fucking aura-est thing I can. Is bombing on stage for y'all to really enjoy. Look, comedy is something that, transcends time, right? So you may understand that as he's terrible on stage. To me, in like 5 years from now, I was trying something. I was trying a new vibe. Because at the end of the day, bro, my main goal is to make the audience laugh. My main goal at these comedy shows, they're free. So like, Mr.Muncher.com, go find a date, go find where I'm at, come to a fucking show, it's free. So, my main goal at a comedy show is to just make somebody laugh. And if I am goofy and if I am dumbass, like to the max, it's okay. I'm gonna be the baddest. Or I could just make a fool of myself. One or the other, I hope you're having fun. That's all I can say. So hit the like button, hit the notifications if you're really about that life. We're getting right into it tonight. Because look, bro, it's been a week and I missed y'all. All two of y'all. All two of y'all. It's just you and me, bro. It's just you and me. At this point, bro, just send me a DM, bro. Most of the time, I'm just kind of, talking to myself. So it's all good. I know when there's one viewer, when there's two, just send me a DM and just let me know, bro. It's all good. We're okay. I just need therapy. This is therapy for me, like really down the line. I look back at it as like a, diary of an open mic comic. Because that's what this truly is really a diary of a truly bottom of the scoreboard open mic comedy because we're getting bumped by motherfuckers that can't do 3 minutes. We're getting bumped by people that are absolutely and utterly obnoxiously worse than me. It happens. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it is not about what you know, it's about who you know. And if you're, in your 20s, learn that now. Learn that now. Suck your boss off now. You might get a raise. But it's all fun and games. At the end of the day, this is just a little bit different than the vibe that I had at my place. That's why I was a little anxious to get back on. Because at the end of the day, I'm really, really still in the early stages of feeling comfortable making videos at my house again. That's just as simple as that. Because I, don't want to be loud as fuck like I was at my apartment at 9 p.m. I have grandparents that are like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's 12:30. Why are you yelling? I can't really do the crazy stunts that I was able to do at my other apartment. So it's going to be a little bit more calm. It's a new vibe. It's a new zone. I've even changed up a bunch of the stream layouts because I'm like, low key, I need to just calm down. I need to calm down and kind of take this at a different pace. Because I'm not going to lie, bro, the fucking apartment did give me a new perspective on how I could make comedy and what I could be on, what type of level I could be on. Because it did let me be very free. But sometimes you do need a little bit of boundaries and a little bit of, guidance to just stay in this lane for a little bit. Get better at that. And that's why I'm sticking to Quinlan's. Because right now, bro, I need to learn the boundaries of comedy. Stand-up is an art that transcends my brain. Like, I learned transcend recently. So as you see, I've used it twice in one paragraph. We're getting somewhere. And it's been interesting learning about it. It's been interesting looking into stand-up as more than just an art form, like as a beast to be tackled. Let me put it that way. I'm trying to not get too philosophical right now. I've been reading books. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I take 1 week off, and this is what we come back to, chat. This is what we come back to. We come back to absolute delusional behavior. This is why I need to do, live streams weekly. Otherwise, it's like I said, therapy sessions. If you don't go to your therapist regularly, you might backpedal into oblivion. And honestly, while I've been moving back, I've been writing a lot more. So that is one thing I will say. Whenever I stream less, I write more because I have all that content to talk about on stream if I'm not going to go do it on stage. But the main goal at the end of the day is get this stage time. Get this fucking stage time. I need to get a couple of fucking sets in a week. Right now, I can't even get more than 2 sets a week. I've been lacking. I have been driving here and there, but bro, work's been busy. It's the holiday times. You want to catch up before you take some vacation or somebody else takes some vacation. So you want to catch up on stuff. So I've been kind of catching up on a lot of stuff last week and this week, Thanksgiving. So you can slack off this week. That's what I was talking about. You can slack off this week. This is the type of week where you could fuck off and not get shit done and be like, oh, it was the holidays. I didn't get a response back. So you can do it next Monday, But some of the shit that you really got to do, you got to do. I genuinely have been procrastinating a lot less. I will say that. Maybe that's why I've been, I need rest. There has been nights that I've been like, hey, I can stream right now. In the last week or so, I've had, Sunday night where I thought about streaming, but instead I just kind of set a whole new setup. I basically changed the background. I fucking changed the audio. So hopefully y'all can still hear me. Otherwise, this would be very, very unfortunate if I'm not able to, transmit my audio. That would be a very unfortunate experience because I did spend a whole hour watching YouTube videos and then fixing it on my OBS. It is imperative, big words, that I make sure my audio has stepped up a little bit. Maybe it's stepped down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when in post-production, big word. I'm telling y'all, bro, I've been reading. Can you tell? No, I'm just kidding. I've just been getting a little bit more sleep. That's all it is, man. My brain is able to at least function at 65%. Because the big problem is, if you're not sleeping, you're not getting your full brain function, the full functionality of your tism. And that's my problem, bro. I've been fucking lacking on sleep because lacking on sleep because I've been streaming a lot. Actually, let me just say that's relative. Whoever says I do a lot or do something, like it's nowhere near like Bill Gates or fucking Elon Musk. That motherfucker got 3 companies, one going in space, one going underground, and like one just going straight. So like, bro got all the fucking things covered. So I know he has no time. So what am I complaining about, right? So it's relative to my schedule. Let me put it that way. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, I really don't like Saturday classes. Saturday classes sound cool. You're like, bro, it will help my schedule. No, I think at this point, after like a certain age, I'm like fucking 26 right now, right? At a certain age, you just kind of have to realize, bro, I'm just fucked up in those ways. I'm just gonna stay like that. I just need to build my schedule around what I am. Like I don't want to be somebody else, right? Originally, when you're like under 21, you're like 18 to 21, you want to reinvent yourself in those like 3 years. You're like, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna go to fucking bed at like 9 p.m. No, bro. Like, that's just bullshit. That doesn't happen for everybody. I'm not gonna lie, that does not work for me. I want it to work for like the longest time. I really did. And I even was trying last year. I really was. But that's not for everybody, man. So it's just I think what we need to realize is everybody is just having the human experience. And how do you have your human experience is up to you, right? It's completely up to you. You can choose to be a fucking swimmer for the rest of your life. You can teach swimming classes and survive that way, or you can just go to fucking become a basketball coach. You can live your life how you want to live. And if sometimes you need to get better, you need to learn something or do something more, yeah, definitely do that. I'm not saying don't get better, don't improve. I'm just saying sometimes it is a good idea to realize that that's the person you are, and you might be a shitty person. It's okay. It is genuinely okay. Obviously, don't harm others, whatever, so on and so forth. All what the Bible says and the Quran says, don't harm nobody else, whatever. Other than that fact, everybody should live their life how they want to live it, and to the fullest they can live it, right? That may just be you want to be the baddest bitch in the block, or if you want to be the fucking dumbest bitch on the block. Like, whatever you want to do, you got to do it to the fullest. Otherwise, you're gonna have people knocking you back and forth on what you need to do, what you should be doing. Obviously, bro, make your money and you can fuck off for the rest of your life. Like, you make your money. I think that's the number one thing people forget is like when they start fucking off too much, me included, they forget that money runs the world. If you have enough money, you can fuck off more. But if you just focus on fucking off and the money is not good, it might be a problem. Or health. There's health, there's wealth, right? You might have family members that get sick. You might have all the money in the world, but you cannot fix how sick they are. Or you might have, all the health in the world, but no money. So it's like kind of, it's like the balance. It's like work-life balance is the one thing that I've realized in the past year is the most important thing, or the sole important thing that can make or break your life. Because how much are you willing to give up of your personal life to let your work life be better, right? If you have more money, you might be able to make your personal life a lot better. But if you have more personal life, you might fuck up your work life, right? What are you willing to give up? It's like a tug. It's unfortunate, but you can't have your cake and eat it too, unless you're a billionaire. Then you can. I mean, even then, bro, like $1 billion. Like I know I was like very hell bent on hey, I want to be a billion. Like when I was younger, like I was like very hell bent on it. But like, I feel like a couple 100 million is not bad. I'm not saying a couple 100 million. But $1 billion, I feel like is so stressful. At that point, you can wage war. You literally can have a small castle and wage war. You might end up getting nuked. You might end up getting like a fucking straight nuke. a nuclear strike to your fucking condo. But if you have $1 billion, you can wage war. Unfortunately, that's why our billionaires run our government, and they are fucking, conspiring against us normies. Because technically, bro, if you're not a billionaire, you technically are a normie. So the funny part is that all these internet fuckboys keep pointing fingers at you're a normie. You need to be the alpha, beta, data, analytics. I don't know what type of male you need to be. Black pill, red pill, pink pill, gay pill, straight pill, all of the above, trans pills. Like, they got all kinds of pills now. But we're forgetting that other than billionaires, you're just a normie, bro. Like, you got no pull. You might make a couple million a year, okay? Somebody could spit in your way and worth more than your whole life. We forget, bro. We forget there are people that are wealthy to the point that your lineage cannot even comprehend the amount of damn pesos, the guapos they got. Your whole lineage cannot even fathom the amount of commas that's in their bank account. So I think that's why, like, I'm not gonna like say money isn't important, which is, but community I feel like is very more important, very more English. Still, in the learning phase. I'm still in studying, I'm still reading, I'm getting there. I have just got off the first page. I'm on my second page, guys. It's been a week. I've been on my second page. We'll get there to third next week, and then maybe I finish the book in about 13 days. Because, yes, I'm only reading books that are only one chapter long. Yes, cookbooks. That's what I'm going for. I'm playing. No, I need to definitely spend more time reading. I have not been literate. I'm illiterate. It's hard, guys. I'm playing. But no, in general, I feel like people do not understand that if you're fighting with your fellow millionaire, you're fighting with your fellow person that's richer than you, you might still be this house, like, I don't know how, I'm going to use slave terms. This is terrible to say. Okay, slave terms. You're a house slave compared to a field slave, right? The millionaires are the house slaves. We're the fucking bottom of the barrel, field slaves. And the billionaires are massa. They're massa. And massa is telling the house slaves to come whoop your ass. Okay? And you think those house slaves have so much power. Obviously, the house slaves have kind of bent over and taken it from massa. It happens. Massa gets everybody. But until you realize that you're, a damn farm of slaves, it's like 100 of y'all compared to one massa. You really feel the freedom of it. And the freedom only comes when the fucking heat gets worse. Because if the heat's not worse enough, the field slaves will field it on. They keep going and picking whatever they need to pick. Right now, massa is saying, like, he's coming to your hut. You live in a hut with 14 other dudes. You got one bitch to share. You got a community pussy. And he's coming and saying, hey, these house dudes, they hating on y'all. If y'all beat them up, if y'all replace them, you can be in the house. All he's doing is having you clean his house, because now you're going to work twice as hard to keep what the house slave had. But the house slave is out that bitch now because you murked him. And little did you know, the only reason the massa came to your door and came, well, not even a door, because you're not going to have a door. You have a hut. You have maybe a curtain. And massa put that curtain to the side. Hey, boy, these house slaves have not been, well to me. He's not going to tell you that. They've not been well to me. How about you take care of them? And they're going to come work twice as hard because it's better than what they got. And that's where the world is right now. Everybody is fucking stabbing each other just so they could be a house slave. Little do they know they're still fucking slaves. You don't have the freedom that you thought you did. Are we speaking the truth or are we speaking bullshit? Because we just do comedy over here. Hit the like button if you fuck with the vibes. Hit the subscribe button because it's free. Notifications if you're really about that life. Because we're just eating ass and complaining over here, okay? It's the Mr. Muncher show. It's the Mr. Muncher Academy. How about you join it, okay? How about you join it? And get you a cold one, because look, sometimes we talk about things and ideas that are very, very sensitive. And if you ain't got that drink in you, you might take this the wrong way. If you ain't got that drink in you, you might not handle the truth, because you need a little bit of sauce with this fucking chicken nugget. Pause. With this fucking type of beef jerky you getting, the type of meat you getting over here, you might need a little bit of sauce, a little bit of drizzle on top, a little bit of drizzle. And I think that's just me though. That's just me though. I'm just over here farming aura, Poppy_Moses for any new aura. I have been kind of slacking overall, bro. I've been kind of, lacking on the aura. I've been focused more on my mental and physical health. When somebody calls you fat in real life to your face, you have to lock in after that. Like, come on. Somebody like, looks like you gained a few pounds. Like, you gotta lock in after that. If you're not locking in after that, well, shit, you might be fucking fat as fuck. You gotta lock in sometimes. And when you lock in, you just gotta say, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Because at the end of the day ends. That's fake philosophy. But I think genuinely, bro, I genuinely think a lot of people need to get past the point, like, bro, we're all fucked, right? We're all fucked. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom. I'm just saying, if we're all fucked, then why not fuck it, we ball? Like, it doesn't matter how fucked you are, as long as you get up after you get fucked and you said, fuck it, I'm putting my clothes back on. I got my dignity and I'm gonna keep going. You might get fucked a few times, but next time, maybe you could do the fucking. But that won't happen if you just lay there and cry. You have to get up and move forward. Keep moving forward no matter what anybody says on, hey, you don't got this, you don't got that, you don't have this type of talent, you don't have this type of skill. Fuck all that, we ball. You gotta be the baddest motherfucker in the room. You gotta be the hungriest motherfucker in the room. And whether that be you forget about everything. Whether that be you forget about any and everything you got going on. And that could be as simple as giving up on everything. I know. That means no friends, no family contact, no nothing, because you just focus on getting up and getting there. And like I said, I'm just giving vague terms, because getting there could be, hey, let me just get to this Amazon job. Let me just get to this because I need to pay rent. I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh, I got kids, so I got to provide food for them. I got to do what I got to do to provide a roof over their head. Then you got a different struggle. Everybody trying to give you a cookie cutter shit. I can't give you cookie cutter shit. I'm giving you just a mindset. I'm giving you a way of thought, where what do you do when there is nobody coming and saving you? What do you do when there is nobody coming and saving you? Do you do the same thing every day? Or do you say, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we going twice as hard. We going 3 times as hard. I'm going to take a little break, though, because I think not everybody's meant for the grind. Like, not everybody's meant to grind every day after day after day. That's just not possible. Some people can do it. Not everybody can. It's not possible working 7 days a week. Some people will do it. But the thing is that 7th day, you're going to be so exhausted. Now you're just in a fucking non-functional like body. You're just like mentally just zooted. You're mentally just zooted, and you're not in that mind frame to make a decision. So you can work 7 days a week, but that 8th day, you might not have that mental capacity. So for me, the number one thing comes down to is what makes you different from any other animal? What makes you different from the average fucking mammal? Your brain. What you got up here? What the chromosomes doing? What the fucking chromosomes doing? Take your last 2 brain cells, fucking mash them together, start a little fire. Sit by yourself and let that collect. The brain cells will recover. I know back in fucking middle school, fucking companies told us once you smoke them brain cells away, they don't come back. We get it. You could be stupid as fuck all your life, but one day you wake up and you say, fuck it, bro. This fucking eggs is like $12 a pop. Fuck a dozen eggs for 10. They got a $10, $20 pop. One egg, $20. Imagine that, bro. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do then when you got fucking $2K in your bank and you got eggs to buy? That's terrible math, but I'm just saying. You have to get up and just say, fuck it, bro. We gotta get to it. We gotta get to it. Fuck it. We gotta ball. And balling could simply mean you're going to work. Balling could simply mean you're sitting there and thinking about your next move rather than, how would you say, smoking that loud pack? Because I will say, you know, I love smoking that loud pack, but I will say it does hinder your ability to think for yourself. It does hinder your ability to make a critical decision. I will say that. Same thing with that drink. That sauce is good. When you going through it, when you in the fucking mud, you got to be drinking some mud. You got to get that dirty going. It happens because it will be the only way you survive through the mud if you fucking be one with the mud, okay? But when you do have an off day, just fucking chill, bro. Just chill, just kick back and think about what you need to do. I think that fucking self-reflection goes away as more fucking bullshit just gets piled on. That self-reflection is where the human spirit lies. That's where the fucking decision-making skills make us different from these average mammals. Everybody says, hey, dolphins could be smarter than fucking humans. Okay, then keep on swimming, stupid hoe. You don't got fucking towers. You're not driving in a car that's burning and destroying the world. Look, fuck talking about, you know, dolphins are smarter than humans. No, humans is the smartest mammal, animal, whatever you want to call it. The big dogs of this country, of this fucking planet, for a reason. Because they got a time and place they need to be, in that organizational structure and that fucking mental gymnastics of setting your schedule up and planning for the future comes in. And I'm not saying planning for the future like, hey, I'm about to be Elon Musk. Like, I'm not saying go be the fucking president. I'm saying just work on what you want to work on. And that does not start with, hey, bro, I'm about to fucking bench 250. I'm benching 250 next week. Nah, bro, you know damn well you can't even bench 10 pounds. So let's go ahead and do it slow. Hey, let's do these 10 times. Oh, you can't do 10 times? Let's go ahead and at least do 2. That's why I fucking love David Goggins. I know some motherfuckers hate David Goggins, but he gives you a step-by-step of get the fuck off your ass and let's get to pushing up in. Right? Just start off with push-ups. Fuck. I can't get this 10 up. Like, fuck all that. Just get that push-up. If you can't even push your body, put your knees on the floor because that's where you at. Get on your knees, boy. Do push-ups on your knees until you can do fucking a real push-up. Because I feel like people forget this world is not sunshine and rainbows anymore. It might be back in the day after we dropped them nukies, them big old dookies. America was prospering. We were in the stratosphere. But we're back down. We're back down to the human level. The human level of fuck it, we gotta grind, man. We gotta put that shit in the mud. I know everybody talks about fucking, you know, work. Yeah, but think before working too. Don't get up and just fucking just do the same old. Hey, I'm gonna flip this burger, I'm gonna make some fries, and I'm going about my day. Fuck all that, bro. Do actual some shit. Hey, once I save up this much, I can quit this job so I can work at this other job. It's not any better, but at least I learned the skill to go to this other job that does pay more. I'm not a fucking genius at all. I'm really not. I'm not even the smartest one in this room. And I think I'm the only one in this room. I think I just have kind of grinded my ass to pause. I've worked my ass off to the point where I'm like, yo, what is a smarter way of doing this? There's got to be a smarter way of doing this. There's no way this is the way of doing this when there's motherfuckers driving Bugattis as daily cars. When there's motherfuckers driving LaFerraris as vacation cars. when that's not even their main car. I'm over here in a 2012 Camry that makes noise every time I brake. It sounds like it's gonna explode when I start it up. The struggle is real for every average American right now. Unless you're making like 100K, 150K, you sucking on Donald Trump's ball sack, his hairy ball sack, too. He hanging him off. He letting his dick sit on your forehead. That's what he's doing, man. Not just him. Everybody. Every politician ever. Because you think they're making less than 100K a year? No, they can't even make less than 10 million a year. So let's be real. They are not on your side. But at the end of the day, they're still millionaires. Because there's billionaires. They're the baddest one of them all. And, you know, that's okay. That's okay. When there's a big bad wolf, then there's a Glock 19 to finish it. Let's get to it then. Pause. Hey, no, we're having fun. This is a comedy. Shit. Bro, this is the thing, bro. I like having fun. And sometimes when the fun gets to violent level, you know, you have to calm it down. Because otherwise, they will think you're a terrorist. Bro, I remember my fucking ex used to tell me, bro, you are on a terrorist watch list with the behavior you have. What behavior? What behavior? Because I'm like, hey, let's follow the Constitution. The way I fucking make comedy jokes, the way I make my fucking fun jokes, that's going to get me on a watch list because I tell people to think. Or I ask them to think. Let me put it that way. I ask them to think. If they don't want to think, they don't want to think. You can't take a horse to the fucking river and make it drink the water. It just doesn't want to feel the water, I guess. I don't know. I can't help you. I have fun. That's why I say come to the comedy shows. We're having fucking fun. There's no change in the world that's coming. The only change you can make is yourself. And that's all I really strive for. There's nothing like these billionaires are all of a sudden going to get good of heart because, you know, you dropped the fucking, the billionaire that was the insurance provider. Nothing changed. Of course, people were angry and they were like, holy shit, there's something that's happening. And a lot of billionaires woke up at that point. But there's no change. The only change that can happen is within you. The only change that can happen is within your own mind. And that's basically like, hey, nobody ain't coming saving me. Nobody ain't coming and saving me. Nobody ain't coming and saving me. So I gotta save myself. And save yourself might just be as simple as, bro, read a book. I started doing that. I started with reading, you know, the comment section. Then I started reading porn comments. Then they were very funny. So I'm like, you know, going more towards, you know, real books. That's how you do it. It's the progression, right? I was talking about this at the beginning of stream chat. Look, progression. But at the end of the day, I think people just need to focus on how can they improve what they have in their reach, right? That could be as simple as go to the gym. I know I've been fucking preaching this just because I look back at these videos and I'm like, damn, I need to start going back to the gym. And I have been recently. I've been just going there. I've been working out once or twice a week, but there have been times where I'm just like going there and just standing there, you know, because at least you're there, you know. There are some days I've like in the past week where I've just gone to the gym and just stood there. I'm not even kidding you. I just did stretches one day because I just wanted to be there. I didn't want to be laying here. I mean, there's been days I've been sleeping because I moved in one weekend, like all together. And then motherfuckers are now charging me for the paint. $500 for paint, bro. I should shoot their front office up. But like in general, bro, who the fuck are you charging? Because I put hacks in the wall and I put a TV in the wall. And that's a problem. I guess that's me. I never had that issue before where if you put a TV in the wall, they were like, oh, we're going to charge you $500 for that. What are we talking about? Everybody's ripping everybody off. I feel like it's just bullshit. They said, well, you have a mandatory $100 cleaning fee. Cleaning fee? What? It's your building. Cleaning fee? Yeah, we're going to have to charge another $10 for billing. You're billing me. I don't need the bill. You can keep the bill. What do you mean $10 for the billing fee? I feel like everybody's getting shafted so hard. They're just wanting to shaft somebody else to feel better about themselves. And that's what's been happening. So what do you have under control in your life, in your, reach that you can change, that can really genuinely affect your life in a positive? And that's the real question. Like, for me, the number one thing would be, getting a new car. Getting a new car is like, like taking a antidepressant. It fixes it for a little while, for sure. But the long-term play would be, I fix the fucking 2 cars I have now that are fucked up. The Nissan needs to get rebuilt. It really needs to get rebuilt. I mean, I've already rebuilt it, but like the color needs to be done in the front. And some of the engine parts are Amazon parts. I did get authentic ones. I just didn't have time to replace them. Sometimes I think that needs to be done. I think that's at the back of my mind at all times. So if I get that done, that's a long-term solution. Whereas if I just get a car, that's a short-term solution. That's a quick little solution. I've sold my fucking Honda Accord before, and that just hurt. Honestly, I got $1,500 out of it. That $1,500 was great, but it lasted a month. I really required that car more just because I could rebuild it. I could work on it. I could keep putting in effort on it. And it gave me something to do rather than party, It gave me a reason to keep working, because at least that car kept working. It was old. I could find parts everywhere, and I could keep replacing shit. But the Nissan is 2018, so that Nissan does not have parts. I mean, now there is, so I've waited. This is like how fucking NASA probably feels, right? Whenever they're working on alien crafts, they're able to, put in all the newest parts, and they're like, okay, we're gonna put this to the side for another 5 years when there's, advancements in science, and we can add it. That's how I feel working on my Nissan, bro. I'm like, in 5 years there'll be more crashes, because that crash I had was like 2020, 2018, I think. No, 2019. The car is 2018, so it was very new at that time. And that was a big problem because most junkyards did not have that year, even though 2016 and 18 have the same parts. So you could put Nissan Altima 2016 parts on 2018. But it's still hard to find those cars. Now, 5-6 years later, I can find those parts a lot easier. So I have most of the parts. It's just, bro, it's the fucking time it takes. So I have some issues with the spindle that I need to replace. That's a fucking 12-hour shift. I'm so slow at it. I can take it to a shop and spend like $2,000, which is definitely not in the budget. I'm not doing that. But if I do that, that will fix 90% of the problems. There's some wiring issues with the battery because I've replaced the battery multiple times. The last battery fucking started leaking for some reason. And also, it's kind of causing short circuits in the car, I feel like. I don't know what's going on, but if I fucking, turn off the car, that bitch not turning back on no matter how charged the battery is. I don't know what's happening. It only works when I have a jumper cable. So it's fucking annoying. But it drives fine. The only time I need to fix it is the spindle just makes it feel rough. So if I replace a spindle, I should be able to fix the roughness in the car and the alignment will fix itself. And then, obviously, bullshit aside, that paint needs to go. Because that paint in the front, the car is black, the back is all white. It's like I fucking welded the car together. So I need to do something with the fucking... that fucking Frankenstein of a project I have. It's genuinely... I call my car Snow Bunny, but I really need to fucking call it Frankenstein. It's a gutter bunny at this point, bro. Like, my Snow Bunny is not doing well. Because I need to fix 90% of that car. I'm just kidding. I'm exaggerating. It's probably like 75%, but 25% of it is still good. The Camry, on the other hand, has fucking 200,000 miles on it. That bitch needs to get replaced sooner than later. I did need to replace the brakes, and I did need to replace the fucking, what is it called? Rotors. I take it to a shop. Tell me why these motherfuckers hit me with the, yo, they're not that bad. You don't need to replace them right now. Bro, I'm literally giving you the fucking plates. I bought them on Amazon. I literally was like, bro, I have them. I got them on a deal. Just replace them. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna have time to replace them later on. You dickhead. It already has 100,000 miles on these plates. Let's go ahead and fucking replace them. He's like, no, it's all good, man. You're not doing me a favor, brother. You're not doing me a favor. He's like, bro, yeah, I'm not gonna charge you the $100 for it. Like, don't. You're not doing me a favor, brother. You're just fucking up my whole schedule. I need these done in a month, but you're not replacing them right now. You fucking asshole. That was a year ago. I'm telling you, bro. Sometimes I'm just like, yo, like, you don't want the money. You don't want the $100 I'm gonna give you just to put them hose on, like, unless it was too cheap. Cause like they offered the $100. You know, like that's why I was like, I'll pay you what you asked for. But you know, I need to work on my cars for sure. I think that's my biggest thing this 2026. Of course, you know, work on my body, you know. Baby rock that body. I'm trying to fucking get ripped, man. I'm trying to get in shape. I really am. I fuck being ripped. Like I said, we're gonna do this in steps. The steps are, let's go ahead and lose that fucking beer belly. Let's go ahead and get that fucking obese bod out of here. Once that is out of here, then I'll go ahead and, you know, worry about getting ripped. Because let's get back to, you know, the original self. That's what I talk about in my Camry and my fucking Nissan. Let's get to the original, like, you know, we're right here right now. This is 0. We're like below 0. Let's go ahead and just get a 0. Let's not be in the negative. Let's get it to 0. Then we'll worry about going up. You know, we'll move up whenever we have, you know, back to equilibrium. Because right now we're not at equilibrium. Whenever the equilibrium does come into, you know, a distance, then we can start planning ahead of that. So the Nissan needs to just be drivable for right now. If it's startable, and you know what I mean by that, if it could start after I turn it off, yeah, that would be ideal. Because right now that bitch does not turn on unless I get a fucking whole system hooked up to it. But I don't know, Chad. I think it's kind of like one of my plans that I'm really, you know, focus on next year is organization, you know, and that may be, you know, organization on myself, you know. How do I plan my day? How do I plan my week? How do I really start moving different than I did this year or moving different than I did last year? Because I will say there's a lot of improvements that I'm proud of that I have this year that I didn't have last year. Writing and stand-up. I've been doing that a lot more this year. Right? Last year it was more like, let's just let this magic happen, right? Right now it's like a mix of both. This year has been very interesting, you know. Alex Stein's podcast, you know. The Pimp on the Blimp special will drop in December sometime once I'm done editing it. I am probably gonna drop it at the beginning of the year because, you know, I wanted to give it like full 90 days because I went during the summertime. I think I was bald at that time, right, Chat? I think I went on his show and did the Pimp on the Blimp special 3 months ago. His show ended since then, right? So I was like one of the very few people on that show, and now he doesn't have it. He's on tour. But I enjoyed some of the bits. Obviously, it was a kind of a crazy podcast to be on, or stream, whatever you want to call it. I was on my homie Eric's podcast 2 weeks ago. You know, Eric takes over the world or something like that. Eric versus the world, something like that. Yes. I should probably know the full name, but yeah, I do shit for the homies just so, you know, I'm not doing it for the views. I'm not doing it for nothing else because I just want to do it because my homie asked me. He's like, bro, like, can you get on my show? I'm like, for sure, anything for you, my boy. Even though it was a fucking long ass drive to get there, but it was a fun show. You know, I was on the show with Beck Lover with it. You know, so Beck Lover is a pretty cool guy. You know, I've watched his videos on Facebook and I've watched this shit, you know, on Danny Jones's podcast, which is like the Concrete podcast. I watch that podcast a lot, bro. I love conspiracies, bro. I love the whole alternate history shit, bro. That's peak. That's peak for me. I love that type of shit, man. I really do. Just because I feel like, bro, I don't want to learn all the basic shit. That shit gets boring. I'm not fucking dumb enough to believe everything. It's like, oh yeah, aliens are us. We're aliens. Okay, cool. What do I need to change? Oh, nothing. Okay, cool. What the fuck? Okay. But Tartaria, oh, these buildings are older than me. You think, oh my god, that's interesting. You know, I like that kind of history vibe. I really do. So that's why I think conspiracies are sometimes fun. You know, it gives you a sense of purpose. It gives you a sense of like belonging in a sense. It's like, oh, the civilization's old, but how old? You know, so it's like it kind of gives you that mystique of hey, we've been here for ages, we've been here for years, right? So I feel like that's why humans, not just people, humans as a species, Homo sapiens, heterosapiens, ahead of the homosexuals, behind the homosexuals, like the old guy, like the fucking 100,000-year-old humans, like every fucking type of human. I think they all love stories and they all love the history of where we come from, because everybody used to be like, oh, we're coming from the stars, you know, because somebody probably crash landed from another, so we might be aliens in the long run. But right now, who the fuck cares? Are aliens gonna come pay this bill? Are aliens gonna come pay this rent? Are aliens gonna give me some pussy? What are we gonna do? Why are we worried about this? I feel like I see alien shit every few weeks, and now people really don't give a fuck. They're like, bro, what are they doing for me though? You know, are they writing me a fucking $1,200 stimulus check? Because if not, fuck them, fuck the aliens, right? So I feel like that's the number one thing. Like, it's a cruel world we live in. It's a selfish world we live in now, bro. Just because of the fact that, man, people are struggling, dude. Like, just the simplest way to describe that are people are fucking just trying to make ends meet. They're trying to make a life out of their shitty situation, right? They're trying to live a life that is worth living. They're trying to live a vision, a dream that they were promised. Me too, bro. Me too. I'm there with you, brother. But then you realize that dream was just a dream and you have to make it reality. And the only way that would happen is if you put in the effort and you put in the grind to do it. That dream will always stay a dream unless you're putting some effort into it. And that may be as simple as 5 push-ups a day. You're like, I want to get ripped. But bro, you eating ice cream every day. I'm talking about myself. I'm eating 3 ice creams a night. That's not good. That's not a good way to get abs, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That's not even a good way to maintain your weight. I'm lactose intolerant. I'm gonna shit a fucking brick. So I think all you can really do, all you can genuinely really do is just focus on your day to day. Maybe I don't eat ice cream today. Or maybe fuck it, I'll start tomorrow. I don't eat ice cream tomorrow. But I have to make sure, because every time you don't follow your rules, you don't follow your set standard, that's going to be a little thing in your mind like, oh, maybe I can fuck off. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. Maybe I do give up, because I couldn't keep up with that other thing that I was doing. It kind of sets a bad precedent in your mind. And that's where I'm kind of sitting at now, where I'm at least setting myself goals that I tomorrow. Maybe I'll get up and vacuum tomorrow. I'd be talking about. Sometimes life just throws a straight dick in your face. A straight dick in your face. Pause. A straight fucking wrench in your whole plan. Life says you think you have it under lock. No, you don't, buddy. No, you don't, buddy. You thought you did. You thought you had it under control. You thought you had the confidence that you did. Let me get you this backhand, boy. It happens, you know. You just go ahead and smile. Keep moving forward. And what can you really do, right? What can you really do but say, fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. And that's my whole fucking point. That's my whole point. I'm at that mood. I'm at that vibe where I'm like, fuck it, we ball. Yo, house blew up. Fuck it, we ball. Yo, bitch fucked your whole fucking friend group. Fuck it, we ball. That's all I can really say. I mean, at the end of the day, that's really where we're at. There's nothing else you can really do with life other than just say, fuck it, we ball. You have to get up and keep moving. Because if you're not moving, if you're not keep on keeping on, it's going to get dark. It's going to get loud when it is lonely. And it does get lonely. The broker you get, the lonelier you get. It be like that. It be like that. You're not fucking ugly. You're just broke. You realize how much your whole vibe changes, how much your aura changes when you got the bag on you, when you got a different level of bag. I know we got to the money, even though I was talking earlier, build yourself. This is the final step of building yourself. Or you could do it the other way where you get the, money and then build yourself, because you can always do that. But at the end of the day, the main thing you should be focused on at all cost, is focusing on yourself, and is focusing on what you want. Not your family, not your friends, not your significant other. What do you want out of this relationship? What do you want out of this schooling? What do you want out of this fucking life? Because that's all that truly matters. Some people may never, ever get that. So until next time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most importantly, hit the fucking notification.